What's up everybody? Kyle Kirvay here, animal athlete and professional powerlifter. I'm gonna deadlift 860 pounds. Then I'm gonna show you guys 3 of my favorite exercises to build a stronger deadlift. Now let me show you guys those exercises that help me build up the strength to be able to do this. First up, we have deficit deadlift. So we have a bumper plate here that we're gonna stand on and we're gonna deadlift off of. What this does is it increases the entire range of motion, making the movement harder. It also requires you to sink your hips lower, so you need to generate more explosiveness and it puts more emphasis on the legs for you to drive up. I normally do this after my deadlift session for about 3 sets. So just grab the bar like a normal deadlift, and it requires you to drop your hips really deep. It puts more emphasis on the legs and leg drive to help you get up. Next up, we have one of my favorite accessories. This is gonna be RDLs in a belt squat machine. What this is good for is muscle hypertrophy in the hamstrings and the glutes, which are 2 main drivers in the deadlifts. And then it's also a great exercise because it puts your hamstrings in that lengthened position, which is a lot of what the second half of a deadlift is. So obviously this is gonna help build strength in that area, but it's also gonna tell your muscles that it's okay to be in that lengthened position, and it's gonna help with injury prevention. And the reason I like in a belt squat is because you can get really low, where a barbell you're kind of limited because the plates on each side kind of raise the barbell up and your range of motion isn't as good. But with this, you can get really deep for a really good stretch. You bring your glutes up, glutes back, stretch, hamstrings stretched. Then you're gonna fire everything together to the top. Speaking of injury prevention from our last exercise, this is gonna be our 3rd and final exercise, and this is called the suitcase carry. When training deadlifts, your lower back gets really strong, but your QL muscles can be overlooked, and that can be a root cause for some back pain, especially if one side is stronger than the other. So what this is gonna do is it's gonna help you fight to stay upright and work muscles on both sides. This is also gonna help be a secondary exercise for good grip strength. So let me show you guys how to do these. So you grab a decently heavy kettlebell, like so, and I'm gonna walk this way. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna fight to stay upright as possible when you do these. This is gonna work your QL muscles on the opposite side. I'll go down and back about 20 steps, and then I'll switch hands. Staying as upright as possible. Fight yourself to stay upright. All right, everybody, my legs and lower back are smoked, and I feel stronger already to get into next week's session. Those were my 3 favorite exercises to make a stronger deadlift. Thanks for watching.